Today, let's discuss a problem called as four-letter combination. This is nothing but it's a very simple problem where you have digits on a keypad, a phone keypad, where you have a string assigned to each and every digit on the keypad. So, for example, if you look at 2, the string combination would be ABC. If you look at 3, the string combination would be DEF. If you look at 4, it will be GHI, so on and so forth. So now the problem is basically, let's say if I give a string 2, 3, what are the possible combinations that I can get with the 2, 3 combinations? So the answer would be A, D, A, E, A, F, B, D, B, E, B, F. So you can look at something similar to a combination problem here. It's nothing but a Cartesian product in mathematics terms. So how would you solve this problem? So there are different ways of solving this problem. So you can basically solve using iterative way and the most commonly used recursive way. So let's write down the combinations here. So for the digit 2, the combination is A, B, C. For the digit 3, the combination would be D, E, F. For digit 4, the combination would be G, H, I. For the digit 5, combination is J, K, L. For the digit 6, the combination would be M, N, O. For 7, it would be P, Q, R, S. For 8, it would be T, U, V. For 9, it would be W, X, Y, Z. So now, how would you solve this? So assume that we are given an input 2, 3. So what are the possible combinations that you can get using 2, 3? So if you look at 2, let's take the first character of ABC, that would be A. And let's take the first character of 3, that would be D. AD is one combination and AE is one more combination, AF is one more combination, BD, BE, BF, CD, CE, CF. So this would be my result set. Now how do you achieve this basically? So the thing is, assume that you have a dictionary or a pre-processed input, something like this in your code, which will tell you if I give a character 2, I would be getting ABC as my output. If I give 3, I will get DEF as my output. So let's assume that there is a dictionary kind of thing where you would pass a character and get the string out of it, right? So now let's say you basically take string 2, right? Let's process string 2. Just give me a minute here. So let's just give me a minute here. So let's say you have character 2. So what are the different combinations that you can get as my output starting with digit 2? So given the digit 2, what are the possible combinations that I can form? So if you take 2, you have A, B, C. So you can have a combination that can start with an alphabet A. You can have a combination that can start with B. You can have a combination that could start with an alphabet C, right? So okay, now we have processed 2. So now let's move on to the next character 3. Okay, let's read the character 3. So now what are the different possible combinations that you could get with 3? So one is D, one is E, one is F. So now assume that at this level I am passing an empty prefix as my one of the possible output combinations. Now as I iterate through each and every combination of 2, which is A, B, C, let's say I get to this stage, my combination would be A, right? So now you pass on to here, this combination would be still A, but now when you get 3 as my input, you have 3 different combinations, which is D, E, F. So I would basically concatenate A and D at this stage, A, D, And let's see if there are any more digits to process. What all the different digits we have in the input 2 and 3. Did we process 2 and 3? Yes, 2 is processed, 3 is processed, and the output that we got as our first trial is AD. So let's copy this variable onto some output which is AD. So now that we have processed AD, there are no more digits to process here. We move back. We move back and get into the next character, which is nothing but E. So what is the combination that we have at this stage, which is nothing but A? So A is there. Now you got E. Let's combine A and E. A, E as my another output. Do we have any more digits to process further? No. So let's stop. Let's go back now. So what is the other character which needs to be processed? F. And what is the character or the combination, the current combination at this stage? A. So let's concatenate A and F. So the combination would be AF. So we got 3 combinations as part of this one. So now that we have done all the combinations of 3, let's move back to A. So what is, we processed this complete node. So what is the next character that we have as part of the this 2? There is nothing but B. So let's get on to the B. So as part of B, we processed, let's say you start iterating from B. So now what is the next character that we need to process? 3. We processed 2, the next one will be 3. What are the different combinations that you get with 3? So it would be D, it would be A, one more thing will be F, right? So now at this level, my combination is B, which is already formed because of this node. So now, are there any more characters to process in 2, 3? We processed 2, we processed 3. So that means we are done with processing of all the characters of string 2, 3. And we formed a combination called as BD. So let's add this to our output result set, B and D. So now that there are no more characters to process, let's go back and process another character E. So the other combination would be BE and similarly BF. Now that we have processed all the 3 nodes of 3, which is D, E, F, we should be moving on to the next character, which is nothing but C. Right? So what is the other digit that we have? 3 here. Now what are the possible combinations that you could get with T, D, E, F? Right? So the combinations would be C, D, C, E, C, F. That's it. So basically, what is the time complexity of this program? So at each level, basically, what is the worst case that you can get into? So if you look at digit 7, there are 4 possible characters that you can get. So let's say the input is 7 and 9. So for 7, you would be getting 4 nodes as part of this, P, Q, R, S. Right? So now at each level, you would be processing 4 nodes. So let's say you have the length of the input is 2, which is nothing but I would say n. N is my length of the input. And at each level, I will be processing 4 branches basically. So at each level, I am processing 4 branches, and how many levels I could have, which will be equal to the length of the input, right? 4 into 4 into 4 into so on and so forth till n times. So that gives me the time complexity of this program would be, in the worst case, 4 power n, which is nothing but O of 4 power n. Can we do better than this? Yes, of course we can do. So first, let's go through the code walkthrough of this particular problem and let's see how to optimize it and how to execute much more faster when compared to the solution that we discussed here. Thank you.